It's not all about embezzlement and fraud anymore. It is definitely far from over. The money disappeared into the labyrinth of Lang's financial empire. Head of the State Audit Office made it clear that they had nothing to do with this. It's not just a local scandal, but it's gone international. But the million-dollar question is, what is going to happen next? If you've been living in Vietnam, you definitely know how complicated it is to get any money out of Vietnam. You need permits, licenses, a reason, and evidence to show why you're getting money out. But what if I told you that there is someone that can do this with just a snap of a finger? Meet Miss Truong My Lan, who is the queen of deceit. She makes international wire transfers look like a walk in the park. Without permits or licenses, she's able to move billions of dollars out of the country. So welcome to episode 5 of Vang Tin Fact, Vietnam's largest financial scandal that makes a Hollywood thriller look tame. Imagine $27 billion fraud, illegal cross-border transactions, shady schemes, and a cast of characters that would make Bernie Madoff run for his money. But don't take my word for it. Let's delve into the details of Ms. Truong My Lan and the ultimate workaround. So let's get started. So hello, my name is Ken Duong, international and business immigration attorney with over 15 years of experience helping companies and individuals invest into Vietnam. But also we provide up-to-date news on what's happening in Vietnam in the business, social, economic sector, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today as we continue the saga of Ms. Truong My Lan. The latest chapter in this scandalous saga reads like a script out of a crime drama. Ms. Truong My Lan, chairwoman of Vang Tin Fact, is at the center of the hurricane within this misconduct. But it's not all about embezzlement and fraud anymore. The stakes are even higher now. From 2012 to 2022, Ms. Truong My Lan illegally brought out of the borders of Vietnam $1.5 billion. But for some reason, she decided to bring back $3 billion back into Vietnam, which is a total of illegal cross-border transactions of $4.5 billion. But she did not do it alone. These transactions were cleverly disguised as loans and repayments through the watchful eye of Saigon Commercial Bank, where Ms. Truong My Lan had an indirect control of 91% stake in the bank. But it wasn't just her. The executives at SCB also were involved. Former acting CEO of SCB, Mr. Jung Khánh Hoa, authorized $2.72 billion transactions without all the necessary documentation. So even though the bank did not have all the proper documentation, he made manual overrides in order to approve these transactions. The audacity is staggering, but there is more. And there were other big players involved as well, such as Phó Tăng Hoàng Vang, former CEO of SCB, who authorized $516 million of illegal transfers. Also, former chairman Bùi Anh Dũng authorized $30 million transactions just like if it was a walk in the park. Ms. Nguyễn Phương Anh, former deputy CEO of Saigon Peninsula, authorized $91 million of shady transactions. But she didn't do it alone. SCB executives helped her every step of the way. But the plot thickens as you realize it's not just a local scandal, but it's gone international. Foreign nationals were also implicated in this case as well. Chen Yi-chun, former CEO, authorized $708 million of illegal transfers, and he fled the country. Also, Chiu Kenneth, similar to a puppet master, orchestrated $1.5 billion of illegal transactions through fake contracts. The audacity is mind-blowing. So don't think for a second that this scandal is only local to Vietnam, but really it's a global affair that puts Vietnam in the glaring spotlight. Well, you may be wondering how this can go for so long and be unnoticed. Well, according to the state officials, the blame squarely lies within the private auditors. That's right. The authorities that were supposed to find these discrepancies were either falling asleep at the wheel or they were in the game. During the most recent National Assembly session, Mr. Ngô Văn Tuấn, head of the State Audit Office, made it clear that they had nothing to do with this. The State Audit Office is responsible for auditing only state-owned enterprises, and SCB is a private company, thus left to the private auditors. Minister of Finance Hồ Đức Phước did not hold back either. From 2012 to 2021, SCB hired top-tier auditing firms such as EY, Deloitte, KPMG in order to audit their books. And yet, these so-called industry giants did not catch a single red flag. So how does a company like SCB report $43 million in profits in 2021, but yet report a loss of $20 billion in 2022, and yet did not raise any red flags? It would appear that the auditors were wearing blindfolds. The violations did not come into light until the investigations began. So this is a damning indictment of the private audit industry. And it also calls into serious questions of the role of auditors in preventing financial crimes. But before I talk about the apple not falling far from the tree, I just want to say that 80% of you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel right now. You're already deeply entrenched into the saga. It's already part 5. So it's like watching a thriller, but not finishing it until the end. So click on that subscribe button. You can really help us out because we're actually not laundering billions of dollars. We're just trying to give you the truth one video at a time. So let's get back to the tree. So let's not get sidetracked and talk about another key player in helping Miss Truong My Lan. And that is Miss Truong Vang, the niece of Miss Truong My Lan, who helped her pocket a cool $511 million of bond issuance. The Ministry of Public Security named Miss Vang as a key player in the issuance of $1.2 billion of bonds along with 26 other accomplices for false appropriation of assets. In 2018, Miss Vang, acting as Deputy CEO of Ang Dong, which is a subsidiary of Vang Tân Phát Group, issued bonds for $1.3 billion. The plan? To use the bond to repay SCB's debt. But as always, it's never what it seems. Vang, under Lang's authorization, used Windsor in order to buy the bonds, but Windsor actually did not have enough money in order to make this purchase. Nevertheless, the authorization was made, and also it brought in a lot of unsuspecting investors into the deal. In the end, the proceeds from the bond issuance were never used to pay the SCB's debts. In fact, the money disappeared into the labyrinth of Lang's financial empire. But the million-dollar question is, what is going to happen next? Will Miss Lang be able to pay off all the debts and avoid the death penalty? Or will her niece, Miss Vang, take the fall? There's no official date for the second trial yet, but with all the charges piling up, it's a matter of time that the next chapter of this saga unfolds. As we draw close to this explosive episode of Miss Truong My Lan, one thing is clear. It is definitely far from over. Miss Lan may have masterminded one of the most intricate and audacious financial frauds in history. But this is not only going to be felt in Vietnam, but it's a global impact. So there are many questions to be asked. Will justice be served? Will the people get back their money? Will Miss Lang be able to get away from many of her charges or some of them and avoid the death penalty? We do not have all these answers because the trial continues, but one thing is for sure, that we will be here to bring you every twist and turn and intricate details of this exciting, explosive, and interesting story. But as always, thank you very much for watching this video. We'll have more episodes as well. On behalf of Duong Global, my name is Ken Duong. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, make sure you like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow all our social media. Leave comments below about this particular story and how we can better give you up-to-date information. And as always, click on the bell for notifications. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.